And some Shreveport City leaders just don't see eye to eye when it comes to bringing in a new tool to fight crime. The technology called ShotSpotter detects gunfire and immediately sends an alert to police. Earlier today, morning anchor Shane Wright spoke with Caddo Commissioner Steven Jackson, who says we need the technology and we need it now.
However, tonight, Shane also talks with Mayor Ollie Tyler and SPD leaders who are much more hesitant. They feel cost and effectiveness may flush the idea of bringing ShotSpotter to Shreveport right down the drain.
It's very unfortunate that we don't seem to have leadership on this issue. It's kind of hard to get our leadership to, one, own this issue and come up with a comprehensive plan.
A lack of leadership. District 3 Caddo Parish Commissioner Steven Jackson critical of the mayor and police chief for what he says is a failure to appropriately address crime in Shreveport. Jackson has been pushing for the city to add ShotSpotter technology to areas hardest hit by crime. ShotSpotters are sensors placed on elevated surfaces that detect gunfire and immediately alert police even before anyone picks up the phone to call 911.
We can't continue to try to fight a 2018 crime problem with a 1998 mentality.
I have actually looked at what it does in other around the country, and there are different reviews.
Shreveport Mayor Ollie Tyler says while she's familiar with the technology, she's letting SPD leaders take the lead on if ShotSpotter is a good fit for Shreveport.
We are inundated daily with different products, and it's really incumbent upon us to make sure that we vet those and that we look at each one individually and make an assessment of how they might be able to assist us in our crime-fighting efforts.
And that's exactly what Deputy Chief Bill Gooden says happened in August of 2010 when ShotSpotter was first introduced to the city. The Shreveport Police Department did a feasibility study to determine if it was a good fit. The 9-page report looked at everything from exactly how the system works, a needs survey, to operating costs. But while the final recommendation admits the system is functional and has worked in some cities, it concludes, based on the cost of the system and the low index of impact on citizens, implementation of the program is not recommended at this time.
But one of the challenges is it is what we call reactive in nature. In other words, by the time that ShotSpotter finds the shot and reports it to us, the bullet has been fired. Right. And that bullet has done whatever damage it's going to do.
Gooden says first, we need to do more to take away guns from convicted felons. ShotSpotter is used in over 90 cities across the country, but some cities have reported issues over the years. In a Miami New Times report from 2012, ShotSpotter sent county cops to 1,000 suspected shootings, but only 50 turned out to be real. The department said ShotSpotter's success in arresting suspects was, quote, minimal, and they abandoned it in 2013. Meanwhile, SPD did meet with representatives from ShotSpotter again a few weeks ago. And there's another issue.
We have got to make those determinations based on return on investment. It was about $65,000 per square mile to implement ShotSpotter, and that's high.
I don't think that we can put a price tag on someone's life. I don't think we can put a price tag on public safety.
Jackson is proposing the money come from the parish's general fund or reserve trust fund, in addition to possible partnerships with private sectors. Mayor Tyler says SPD is proactive with other crime-fighting tools and building better relationships with people face-to-face.
We're not sitting back holding our hands. We're working every day, and officers know what they're doing. They are cracking down on a lot of the crime, and their presence is making a big difference.
I think the chief, I think the mayor, all those individuals need to do a better job, one, owning this problem, two, do more to actually get out in the community to find out what's going on.
Seeing more of me at a crime scene, I don't know how that's going to prevent crime. I'm in the community all the time. I go to events night and day. I can only do so much as an individual.
Tyler did want to stress the tireless work Shreveport police officers put in on a daily basis. But when it comes to the city and the police department, you won't be spotting ShotSpotter anytime soon.
We just don't feel like it's a good fit, not to denigrate their product, not to cast aspersions on it, but at this point it's not a good fit for our city, we feel like.
Shane Wright, KSLA News 12.
Now, Baton Rouge District Attorney Hillary Moore tells KSLA that ShotSpotter has helped his office put more people behind bars. Earlier this week, Little Rock, Arkansas officials approved a contract to bring the technology to their city.